Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn.
So we will make, I hope, a little bit shorter update today as I promised in previous video. So what happened yesterday, you remember when we were making a previous episode, we were observing this drop with Bitcoin price, and we basically didn't move that far from that level. We're still trading in the same region as we looked at before, like 6,300 plus for tethered trading exchanges and $100 lower for the other exchanges. Technically, a lot of the traders, a lot of the TA people think that it's time to go even lower. We see a lot of the volume actually in this area, higher than, well, not that a lot, but bigger the volume than it was before. And yeah, in principle, you may think that the price of Bitcoin didn't fall enough, and it looks weak. So probably we may expect a deeper drop. And you remember that in principle, I would think that we shall go even lower to like 5,500, but not necessarily now, and maybe it will take like 1 month or 2 months, we don't know. And before that we can actually go to a new higher high, like not higher high but local higher high, not 8,000 but something like 7,000 or 6,800 or something like that. And that is why I would say it is wise to buy Bitcoin even in this price, especially that if you will not buy for the whole amount of money you have, but like 20% or something, depends on your risk tolerance. And if it will go lower, then you can always buy in more and dollar cost average your investment. And if it will not go lower, then you will not feel like regretting that you didn't buy in this price. So at least something you will have. And also during this 1 or 2 months, a lot of the altcoins may increase in price very much, because they are like before the launch position, and I don't think that it's wise to lose this opportunity. So that is what I see in the price in terms of the like current moment. And yeah, I think that we may go lower, but I wouldn't it's like I would give like 20% for that, and maybe not now. So probably will go up and down for a while, and maybe side trading again, sideways trading. And what I was going to look at, what I would like to see is this chart to Bitcoin to Japanese yen, because I personally sometimes look at that, and I like it more than $2, because you see it shows some I would say the triangle is more clear. This support level is also sort of like round number 650,000 yen per Bitcoin, and it's like $5,777 at the current price of Japanese yen. But what you see now is that actually we are approaching the top of this triangle with the yen price, and probably we would have to go either lower or break this triangle. We can stay there until December, but still eventually we need to go one way or another. Probably will go, in my opinion, will go like up and down, and then return to like smooth rise eventually. But anyway, we need to collect stops from both sides of this triangle, I would think, and like $500 both ways are must to happen. Anyway, very short time to leave this, and yeah, so we'll see. It's very exciting period in crypto, in my opinion. So, and yeah, like in general, we see flattening in MACD and a lot of other things, which signaling that the pivotal point is somewhere around here. Briefly wanted to look at the Nasdaq situation, you see that we dropped basically below the previous low, which was 12%, and now we are touched actually with this candle the same trend line. You see how obvious trading here. We're basically trading within the same channel, and then this trend line with like built with two dots I made like 5 days ago. It was touched with this by this candle and bounced off of that. But the major point here is that we actually were going even lower, and I don't know, situation is pretty much dangerous, I would say, in terms of the traditional markets. And probably if this will fall even lower, if we go to bear trend and it will be like global economical crisis or sort of this thing, then crypto may suffer as well. Maybe it will actually flourish. It will be the opposite effect, but short term everybody will be scared, and well, it's not people lose jobs, it's not that good thing to happen. Anyway, let's return to our crypto thing. And speaking about the altcoins, not altcoins in the end. First I was going to mention is that while some people expecting to price to go like, I don't know, $4,000 or $3,000 or even lower and stay there for a couple of years, I would argue that this is the period of time when huge players, huge traders and whales, if you will, they are accumulating Bitcoin. And again, I was looking at the top 100 addresses, Bitcoin addresses, and if you could see that the recently, like within few days, even yesterday or like a week ago during this week, if you look at the addresses which are associated with exchanges like Bitfinex or Binance, you would see that like 33,000 Bitcoins were withdrawn, 40,000 Bitcoins were withdrawn, and here's again some wallet, 10,000 Bitcoins were withdrawn. Just another like private address, 57,000 Bitcoin were added, 3,000 were added, like the small ones, 1,000, 400, 400. Here 31,000 was added 26th of October, just 4 days ago. One more $5,000 Bitcoin, 22,000 Bitcoins yesterday, basically during the drop, was added to this address. So this address was actually created. So you could see that huge players are accumulating. I don't see any signs of this to go to lower values in terms of the price, because then those addresses, those are whales, right? They would sell their Bitcoins, but they don't. They nearly, you can look at the time when they sell last time, 2016, 2010, 2017, 15th, 16th. So actually nearly nobody sell in 2018, for some of them, and I bet it was a minor change in the account. And so anyway, you see that most of the huge, like majority of the big addresses are accumulating Bitcoin, and I think this is the perfect signature of the fact that we will go higher. At least will not stay low for long, even if it will fall there. So now I was going to look at the altcoins, which I'm considering to be as bottomed and like having nice risk reward ratio, and probably having rising price pretty much soon. You know that yesterday, when it was the drop in Bitcoin price, most of the altcoins also dropped, but there was a very few of them which didn't, and one of them is Walton Chain. Now it is 60% plus during the last 24 hours. You see it's actually picking up the speed, and the volume is appearing over here. So I think it's one of the best chances to go to a new rise, something like I don't know, maybe like this or like this. It would be very nice, but at least to a new local high. And another one is Quant Stamp. It was also in a profit during this drop, and it's still going up. And since it is stronger than the market in general, like the whole market now, probably it will be stronger than the market eventually, and will make a move first faster than the other altcoins. So moving forward, another one is Zilliqa, also very similar pattern, long accumulation, and volume is picking up. Hopefully we will see a nice move soon. Substratum, can continue to look at this coin, a very promising and high potential in my opinion, also in terms of the price, one of the best potential in the market at this point of time. And this is a Q-link. Also you see how long it stays at the same level, like from July, even June, in the same, basically the same price range which we have now. So it's relatively longer than the other altcoins at the bottom, so it should shoot very soon in my opinion, like not sooner, relatively sooner than the others. At least this is the time to buy for this coin. Another one is Ethos, also pretty much bottomed out, and the reason why I'm looking at this, you may say that it's not that long, but if you look at the Binance volume, it actually shows that this region is much bigger volume than it was before, and I tend to believe more to Binance data, although it may be not the exact correct representation. Maybe I'm missing some like important thing here, but the thing is, even though if it's not correct, but if it is correct, it's just perfect accumulation, so huge here, it should shoot up from, like, surge from this level to a new all-time high, whatever. But even if not, then it seemed to be quite of the bottom, and it's reasonable time to buy at this point. One couple more coins. This is Salt, also very similar situation. Buy at the bottom, shows some initial rise similar to Phoenix PHX, which we saw before, or Raven coin, very similar situation. Now two coins not from Binance, all the others were from Binance, so it's easy to pick them. This is from KuCoin, and this one is Elastus. I think I need to make the review on this coin because it's a lot of things to talk about, but still very interesting price for this project. I would think it's a steal to buy this at this level. Deep Brain Chain is another interesting thing, and you see how low it is, and I think it's like it's time at this moment. See, logarithmic chart that it was falling, and now we see finally some signs of the bottoming, and it's time basically to step into the trade. Again, my opinion, not financial advice, you know that. Bad news, guys, about the Oyster coin, or Oyster Pearl. It dropped like 60%. The thing is that, well, you remember that it was performing really nicely with a nice smooth bottoming and so on, like this. It was showing very nice retracement along the rise to the new high, so perfect. I would expect it to go much higher, but it didn't happen. The thing is, yesterday it was sort of a bug. Well, actually not exactly back, it's not clear, 100% clear what happened, but anyway, the mainnet was sort of misconducted, maintained, and a lot of the coins were printed on the low price, and it leads to the fact that people were scared and they dropped a lot of their coins, and actually was a sell-off of those printed coins possibly as well. So then the withdrawals and deposits and tradings in most of the exchanges was closed. So now it's basically flat line for the price, but it eats most of the rise that we had before so far. So we returned the previous positions, and I'm not sure whether it will be possible to resolve the issue whatsoever. Hopefully it would be, because Oyster is a nice project, it deserves to be in a better situation. So that is it for today, guys. Sorry I couldn't keep it faster or shorter for this update. Promise tomorrow I'll make like 2 or 3 minutes updates very fast, so I wouldn't hold you that long at the monitor. But what I would like to encourage you is just now look at the coins by your own, make your TA, your fundamental analysis, and think what is the best for you. Do your own due diligence, and always diversify your portfolio. Safe trading. See you tomorrow, and sure to update. Goodbye, guys.